ॐ मा विश्वरूपे शक्तिरूपे विश्वस्फूर्तिगुरवे नमः। विश्वस्फूर्ते महामूर्ते प्राची संध्या प्रवर्तते। उत्तिष्ठ गुरो सत्यकीर्ते दिव्यभाव महामते। उत्तिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ योगीन्द्र उत्तिष्ठ करुणाकरा। उत्तिष्ठ योगशयना शिष्यवात्सल्य जलधे। शिष्यवात्सल्य जलधे। आध्यात्मिक ज्ञान रंजित नव्य रूप शास्त्रीय दृक्पद सुमनोहर दिव्य रूप। विज्ञान कोश विभुदेश विकास विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। सुजनालवाल श्री सुगुणैकवारिधे समसत्य धर्मरधरम्य सारधे। सततात्मतत्परसकान्ति चिन्मणे तव सुप्रभातमिहते गुरुश्रुते गुरुश्रुते। सर्वे त्वदीय पदपङ्कजरागरक्ता भक्ता सुचित्रपटसन्निधि संश्रिता हि आत्मप्रदीप विभुमङ्गलरूप विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम्। योगीन्द्रवन्द्य युगपूरुष जीवितेश विज्ञानशास्त्र विशदीकृत विश्वतत्त्व सर्वार्ध सत्य गुणबोधक नित्य विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। सद्यः प्रभिन्न बहुवर्ण सुपुष्पजात निष्यन्दमानमकरन्द सुगन्ध सान्द्रः मन्दं प्रभाति किल गन्धवहोत्र विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। सच्चिष्य चित्तसरसीरुह नित्यभानो बाधार्तजीवगणरक्षणशीतभानो चैतन्यपूरक समश्रुतिभाव विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। आचार्यवर्य भवदीय महच्चरित्रम् गायन्ति गायकवराः सुमनोहरं हि संगीतलोल मृदु निर्मल नेत्र विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। हे दण्डकावन तपच्चरणानुरक्त भूलोकबालमुनिपुङ्गव भव्यभाव स्थाणो प्रसिद्ध परिरञ्जित तत्त्व महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। मिथ्यात्थवा जगदिदं किमु सत्यमेवेत्याध्यात्मिका किल रहस्यविदाम्बरेण्या वैज्ञानिकाभिमतदेशिकमान्य विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। आत्मानमेव हि विभज्य सदैककाले प्रत्येकशः प्रतिशरीरसुसन्निविष्ट प्रज्ञानिधे प्रकृतिनूत्नविधे च विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। ध्यानं सदा महितमानवता निदान मिथ्यार्षधर्मपरिपोषकयोगिराज दिव्यप्रभावसमभावविशिष्ट विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। भूतार्धकोविदभविष्यदशेषवेत्त हे वर्तमानविषयज्ञहितप्रतिज्ञ सर्वान्तरात्मसुखशान्तिविधिज्ञ विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। विश्वासमूलसुविशालगुणालवाल सत्यप्रसारसकलेष्टमतानुसार हे वर्णलिङ्गकुलभेदविदूर विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। हे मानवाकृतिविशिष्टमहानुभाव पुण्यस्वरूपगुणदीपपृथुस्वभाव हे विश्वशक्तिविनिगूढविवेक विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। विज्ञानरम्य विबुधोत्तमवृन्दगम्य स्वामिन् बृहस्पति समानसुधीप्रसिद्ध सर्वाश्रितोद्धरणकङ्कणहस्त विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। श्रीयोगशक्तिविनियोगविनूत्नराग ध्यानाश्रमाश्रयसुधामय सूक्तिकोश हे प्रेमतत्त्वपरिपूर्णमनोज्ञ विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। लीलामयाखिल निजशिष्यसेव्य प्रज्ञाप्रभाकर कृपाकर शक्तिसार विज्ञानिनो हि विलसन्ति विशिष्य विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। मनोज्ञवैभवमपूर्वमहाविनूत्नं विज्ञातु मन्त्रहि निभान्ति नवीनवृद्धाः वात्सल्यसौम्यगुरुदेववदान्य विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। कर्तव्यरूपपरमोत्तममार्गदीप हे श्वेतवर्ण बहुवर्ण समानवर्ण शान्तिप्रदाय महासुखमन्त्र विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। सत्यप्रभाव गुरुदेव कृपास्वभाव विज्ञानदायक महाकृतिराजिकर्त आनंद शांतिमय निर्मल चित्त विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। प्रत्यक्ष भाषण विशिष्य परोक्ष दृश्य हे माध्यम प्रतिनिविष्ट बहुस्वरूप ध्यान प्रभामय धरातल सूर्य विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। मर्त्यांतरंग परिकीर्ण महारहस्य प्रश्नोत्तर प्रददिचात् पृथुकाव्यकर्त दिव्यूस्महाकृति कृपा मधुगीत विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। ध्यानात्मदेह हृदयामृत जीवितात्म स्फूर्ति प्रसिद्ध युग काव्य सुधा समुद्र सैन्स यूनिवर्स परिसेवित सत्य विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। चन्द्रोस्तमेति सकलौषधिराजराजः भास्वानुदेत्य ऋणसारधिरेशलोके तेजोद्वयव्यसनः सृष्टिविनोद विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। ब्रह्मज्ञ भारत मनोज्ञ समप्रतिज्ञा संशोभितास्तव पदाम्बुजदास वृन्दाः त्वद्दर्शनोत्सव महोत्सुकिनो हि विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। हे विश्वतत्त्वरसकोविद सत्यवेद ध्यानामृतौषधि शरीर मनोभिराम भक्तान्तरात्म सुख शांति सुतृप्त विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। वैज्ञानिकस्य विबुधस्य विधिज्ञ विश्वस्फूर्ते सुधामयमिदं किल सुप्रभातम् प्रभातकालपठनीय मनोज्ञकाव्यं ध्यानं प्रदीपयति शान्तिफलं ददाति। विभुभारत देश विनूत्नमणे महिमान्वित भावन भोज्युमणे गुरुवर्य सुरम्य कृपाजलधे युगपूरुष विश्वसुयोगिपते परमाद्भुत योग निदानमते बहुरोगमहौषध भाग्यप्रदे समसंस्कृति नायक शांति निधे नवजीवनदायक नव्यविधे इह सृष्टि रहस्य विशिष्ट महाद्भुत सत्य विशारद विश्वगुरो परमाधुनिकाभिमत प्रगते प्रणमामि पदाश्रित भक्तगते मनसा वचसा क्रियया सहितं गुरुदेव महापरिशुभ्रयुतं मम जीवितमात्मपते सततं तव पादयुगे निहितं प्रतिधम् ऋजुमार्ग सुदर्शन सत्य गुरुं करुणाकरमाश्रित शान्तिकरम् कमनीयगुणाम्बुधिमेव सुधामयसूक्तिमयं कलयामि सदा। करुणोत्तमकामितदानपरं शरणागतजीवनभारभरम् अनुरागसुधाजलधिं मधुरं गुरुवर्यमहं हि भजे निरतम्। स्तवनीयमहाद्भुतशक्तियुतं रमणीयरसालयमार्यनुतम् परमार्षसुधर्मविकासरतं वरयोगिपतिं वरयेत् सुगतिम्। विभव्यस्वविभो वरशिष्य गुरो परिपूर्णकलाधर विबुधविधो चरणाम्बुजयुग्ममहं महितं शरणं गतवान् हि सत्ययुतम्। महायोगिवर्यं महाध्यानमान्यं महावेदवेदान्ततत्त्वप्रमेयम् महाराजहंसं महादैवतांशं महाविश्वमूर्तिं भजे स्फूर्तिकीर्तिम्। महायोगिवैज्ञानिकं सत्यसौधं सदा सृष्टिशास्त्रीयदृष्टिप्रबोधम् परोक्षे परोक्षे प्रभारम्यरूपं भजाम्यात्मसंदर्शनं भाग्यदीपम्। विश्वस्फूर्ते स्फुरत्कीर्ते दिव्यमूर्ते महामते अपराधसहस्रं मे क्षमस्व करुणाकृते। श्रीमूर्ते करुणार्द्रपावनमते शिष्यप्रबोधाकृते श्रीध्यानामृतपानसज्जनपते सौभाग्यसत्यश्रुते सर्वप्राणिसमानभावरसवद्रम्यच्युते सद्गते वन्देऽहं परिपूर्णधर्ममय हे विश्वस्फूर्ते कुरो वात्पते। विश्वासविश्वविशदौ विबुधप्रवन्द्यौ वात्सल्यवारिधिसमुज्ज्वलशान्तिपद्मौ विज्ञानदौ विविधभक्तहितौ च विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। ध्यानप्रशस्तसमयप्रसरप्रसूर्यौ सत्यश्यचित्तसरसीरुहसत्प्रकाशौ मान्यौ च मङ्गलकरौ महिता हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। सौन्दर्यमानससरोवरसम्प्रभिन्न सौवर्णपद्मसमसौम्यगुणप्रपूर्णौ सौगन्ध्यबन्धुरमरन्दभरौ च विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीदण्डकावनविहारविशिष्टभासौ भूरि प्रशान्तिवरदौ भुवनाभिरामौ आध्यात्मरागलसितौ ललितौ च विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। देहं विसृज्य परमाणुतनुस्वरूप सञ्चारिणौ रविचन्द्रगहरासिदीप्तौ वैज्ञानिकादिमगुरु विबुधौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीसूर्यदेव परितः परिभाति नित्यं शीतोष्णभाव इति पूर्वकथा प्रकृष्टौ शास्त्रीयदृष्टिरुचिरौ सुहिते हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीचन्द्रमण्डलगतानि रजस्तमांसि सान्द्राणि तत्र हि जलानि मधुपमानि इत्यद्भुतार्धकथकौ प्रतिधौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। तौ माध्यमाद्भुतविधानसुदृष्टरूपौ पूजा प्रपूर्णपुलकाङ्कितपुण्यशृङ्गौ व्याध्यादिरोगयुगनाशकरौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। स्वोद्दिष्टमार्गमनुसृत्य सुभक्तियुक्त ध्यानावलम्बि हृदयेषु महाप्रकाशौ आध्यात्मिकाद्भुतसुबन्धदृढौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। लोके यदात्यवसरे समये तदा हि प्रत्यक्षमार्गज परोक्षज भाग्यराजौ सर्वार्थिशासनपरौ परमौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। सत्यप्रभावलसितौ समभावनित्यौ सर्वज्ञसङ्गमकरौ सततं मनोज्ञौ शान्तिप्रदौ सकलशक्तियुतौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ सर्वोन्नतौ च गुरुपौर्णमि भक्तपूजौ संशोभितौ हि भुवि कल्पकवृक्षकल्पौ नित्यप्रसादसुमुखौ निखिता हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। दुर्गन्धदूरपरिशुभ्रसुमन्दिरे हि आनन्दसुन्दरमनोहररूपदीपौ सत्यालयौ सततभक्तहितौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। प्रज्ञाकरौ विविधदेशविहारहंसौ विश्वाद्भुतौ विमलभावविभाकरौ द्यौ शिष्टार्चितौ गुरुपदप्रणवौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः सुरम्यचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। यद्यद्विभूतिमहितं विपुले प्रपञ्चे तत्तन्मदीयमधुरांशजमाह कृष्णः तद्वत्सुभाषितसुगीतपदस्य विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ प्रणमामि नित्यम्। श्रीविश्वस्फूर्ते श्रीप्रेममूर्ते सत्यकलाद्युते माध्यमाधिपते नित्यं महामङ्गलमस्तु ते। विज्ञानरम्य विश्वस्फूर्तये विभुकीर्तये कुरवे परमानन्द सन्दीपायास्तु मङ्गलम्। महाभक्तवरेण्य श्रीचित्तपङ्कजशालिने महायोगिवरेण्याय महितायास्तु मङ्गलम्। त्रयोदशमिते बाल्ये दण्डकारण्यगामिने अपूर्वज्ञानदीपाय तपोरूपाय मङ्गलम्। ध्यानप्रस्थापनाचार्यवर्याय सुगुणात्मने सत्यसौन्दर्यचित्ताय भक्तितृप्ताय मङ्गलम्। विज्ञानशास्त्रसिद्धाय विश्वसत्यप्रवेदिने विश्वस्फूर्तिप्रसिद्धाय शान्तिसौधाय मङ्गलम्। भक्तिसाम्राज्यपालाय भक्ताभीष्टप्रदाय च परमानन्दसन्धात्रे प्राचार्यायास्तु मङ्गलम्। महाध्यानमरन्दाय महाशान्तीश्वराय च देदीप्यमानरूपाय दिव्यदीपाय मङ्गलम्। शरणागतसन्त्राणचरणाम्बुजशोभिने करुणावरुणायास्तु महाचार्याय मङ्गलम्। श्री 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 गुरवे विश्वस्फूर्तये रसमूर्तये कृपासुधासमुद्राय ज्ञानभद्राय मङ्गलम्। जनोद्धरणसङ्कल्पपूर्णाय नवयोगिने अरण्यविनिवृत्ताय ध्यानगम्याय मङ्गलम्। सर्वशास्त्रार्थसम्पूर्णसत्यसूक्तिप्रदाय च विश्वस्फूर्तियशोमूर्त्यै गुरुवर्याय मङ्गलम्। सद्धर्महेमशृङ्गाय शान्तिरङ्गाय धीमते मानवत्वप्रबोधाय महामान्याय मङ्गलम्। महाकविवरेण्याय देशिकाय महात्मने वाचाम् अगोचराय श्रीवागीशायास्तु मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलाशासनमिदं सदा भक्तसमर्पितम् स्वीकुरुष्व गुरो विश्वस्फूर्ते दिव्यकृपाकृते।
Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. We all Sphoorthi Kutumbam. Let us all submit our humble salutations to the divine lotus feet of the Universal Master, the scientific saint, Purna Guru, His Holiness, Sri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi. Prasthana Sadhana, the process and the practice of the ascension. With the divine blessings of Sri Guruji, we all gathered here for the day 2 of 3 days online session of Prasthana Sadhana on the occasion of Magha Poornima. As a Sphoorthi Kutumbam, let us all submit our salutations to the divine lotus feet of the Universal Master, Purna Guru, the scientific saint, His Holiness, Sri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi, for giving or gracing this opportunity. Let us all be thankful and gratitude for gracing the opportunity. Let us start the day 2 of Prasthana Sadhana by chanting Omkara and Guru Sloka. Let us all bring our hands to the Namaskara Mudra. Akanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjalashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Asmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Now, we all invite Sri Guruji by reciting Sri Guruji bestowed universal energy related Moola Mantra to all our Guru Peetham centers to be with us throughout the program and provide us the guidance and shower his divine blessings on all of us. Vishwarupe Shakti Rupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. 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 Om Vishwarupe Shakti Rupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Sphoorthi Oum. Let us continue in this state for a minute and try to contemplate, try to feel the energy, the blessings showered on us by Sri Guruji. Try to feel that energy. Sphoorthi Oum. Now we shall invite Sri Pravin Garu to instruct Prasthana Sadhana, which includes yoga, pranayama, and meditation. And we shall also invite Mrs. ViswaSphoorthi and Sri Panigrahi Garu to demonstrate on Prasthana Sadhana. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. With divine blessings of the scientific saint, Purna Guru, Shri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi Ji, we have gathered here for the second day of Prasthana Sadhana on the auspicious occasion of Magha Poornami. So with Shri Guruji's blessings and permission, we'll commence our second day. So let's get ready for the asana, pranayama, and dhyana, which is an integral part of Prasthana Sadhana. So all demonstrators, please pull your mats and sit in comfortable position. We'll start with 3 Omkaras. We'll chant 3 Omkaras and 1 Guru Shloka. Bring your hands to the heart center. Namaskara Mudra. Deep inhale. Internalize your awareness. Keep your spine, neck, and head straight. Present face. Deep inhale. Let's start. Om. Second round. Om. Third round. We'll chant one Guru Shloka in one voice together. Guru Brahma. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tatsmai Sri Gurave Namah. Tatsmai Sri Gurave Namah. Tatsmai Sri Gurave. Gently lower your hands and open your eyes. And let's start with Sithilakarna Vyayama. Today we'll practice few pranayama breathing exercises. So let's stand in Tadasana. We'll start with lungs strengthening breathing exercises. The first one we'll practice today is hands in and out. So get into the sthiti, legs together. You can keep slight distance if you prefer. Raise your hands in front of you, palms facing each other, parallel to the floor, palms facing each other, and keep them just 1 inch away so that you can feel the energy that's transferring in between your hands. As you inhale, open your arms and take it back as much as possible, keeping them parallel to the floor. And as you exhale, bring them closer back. Let's practice hands in and out for 5 rounds. Just inhale. Exhale. This gives nice exercise to your lungs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Breathe through your nostrils. Always. One last round. Inhale. Exhale. Now slowly lower your hands and try to relax for a few breaths in Sitila Tadasana. Lungs strengthening breathing exercises. Hands in and out is one of them. We'll practice another one, which is fingers interlocked breathing or ankle stretch breathing combined. So let's get into the sthiti. Bring your hands to the heart center, interlace your fingers, and fingers lock breathing. As you inhale, the first step is you stretch your hands in front of you, palms facing outside. Let's inhale. Stretch as much as you can. Exhale and bring it back. This targets your lower lobe of your lungs. Inhale. We'll do 3 rounds. There are 3 different steps in this. Exhale. One more last round. Inhale. Exhale. Thoracic breathing. Now we'll practice the second step, which is you stretch the hands at 45 degrees. Let's start. Inhale. Exhale. This step targets your middle lobes, giving nice breathing exercise. Inhale. Exhale. Feel nice stretch. One last time. Inhale. Stretch as much as you can. Always listen to your body. Exhale. We'll practice the third step, which is taking your hands above your head in a similar fashion and also stretching your ankles. Let's start. Inhale, take your hands above your head, stretch as much as you can, and also try to stretch your ankles if possible. Exhale, bring your ankles down, feet down, and hands down. Let's do 2 more rounds. Inhale. This targets your upper lobe of your lungs. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Try to stay in this stretched position as much as you can. And you can breathe normal. Inhale and then come back. Now exhale. Slowly lower your hands and try to relax for a few breaths in Sithila Tadasana. Relax and observe the changes, the nice stretch, the fingers lock breathing created in your ankles, in your calf muscles, in your hands, shoulders. The next one we'll practice is Chakki Chalan. Yesterday we practiced this. It's a sitting exercise, tones your abdomens, your spine. Now let's sit in a Dandasana. Slowly, with awareness. Legs in front of you together. Hands on your thighs. That's a sthiti for sitting asanas, Dandasana. Let's practice Chakki Chalan Asana. Spread your legs. Grab your hands. You can slightly lean back as you inhale. And as you exhale, turn to the left and to forward. And as you inhale, turn to the right and backwards. Make full big circle with proper inhalation and exhalation. Let's try for 5 rounds in clockwise and 5 rounds anti-clockwise. All right, let's change the direction. As you inhale, turn to the left and back, and as you exhale, turn to the right and forward. Chakki Chalan Asana, floor meal exercise. It tones your abdominal muscles, your thighs, your legs, gives a nice stretch. Now slowly stop the practice and try to bend forward with your hands together and exhale as much as as you exhale, try to bend forward as much as possible. All right, now come back, stop the practice and try to relax in Sitila Dandasana. Bring your legs together. Try to relax, observe the changes. Guruji says, monastic mind in a gymnastic body. To make our mind stronger, with the body stronger, we'll be successful in our sadhana, in our meditation. Yoga is nothing but it's like an exercise to the body, moving it in various angles scientifically. Now let's stand in Tadasana. We'll practice 3 rounds of Surya Namaskara today. Surya Namaskaras come in between Sithila Karna Vyayama and your Yogasanas. There are 12 steps in Surya Namaskaras. Everyone knows this, with 8 unique asanas. Let's stand in front of the mat, just 1 feet away from the edge. Surya Namaskaras are started with the salutation to the sun god with a Bija mantra. Keep your awareness internalized. We'll practice 3 rounds today. Bring your hands to the heart center. Namaskara Mudra. We'll chant 1 mantra for the Surya Namaskara, the first one. Lead and follow. Om Ram Mitraya Namaha. Number 1, take your hands above your head. Slowly as you inhale, lean back. Number 2, as you exhale, bend forward. Do not bend your knees. Keep your legs straight. As much as possible, try to take your hands to the floor. If it's not possible, you'll make it possible with more exercise, more practice. As you inhale, number 3, take your right foot back. Shavasana Asana. And look up, make a nice arch. Make sure your left foot knee is not overstretching. As you exhale, take your left foot back and make a nice plank. Do not make an arch or push your spine down. Your gaze should be on the floor in front of you. Chaturanga Dandasana. As you inhale, exhale, go into Shashankasana. Do not move your position of your feet or your hands. Try to relax for a few breaths here. You can be normal. Now, as you inhale, exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara. Try to make sure that your only 8 points of your body are touching the floor. Your genitals are not touching. As you inhale, Bhujangasana. Do not curl your toes. Keep your feet together, hands straight, make a nice arch. Try to look up into Bhujangasana. As you exhale, come to Parvatasana. Your gaze should be on your navel region, your abdomen. See if you can touch your feet completely to the floor. Try to push your heels if it's not possible. Just practice. Inhale, exhale, Shashankasana. Relax for a few breaths. Inhale, take your left foot forward. Vishwasanchalanasana. Exhale, Padahastasana. Keep your legs straight, do not bend your knees. As you inhale with sliding hands, take your hands above your head and lean back. And as you exhale, come to the Namaskara Mudra and slowly bring your hands down. So we practice 12-step Surya Namaskara. First round. Try to relax for a few breaths. Let's practice the second Surya Namaskara. Hands to the heart center, Namaskara Mudra. We'll chant second Surya Namaskara. Deep inhale. Lead and follow. Om Hreem Ravaye Namaha. Number 1, Prasthana Sadhana, hands above your head as you inhale. Number 2, as you exhale, Padahastasana. Number 3, take your left foot back this time. Vishwasanchalanasana. Number 4, both foots back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Number 5, inhale, exhale, Shashankasana. Number 6, inhale, exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara. Number 7, inhale, Bhujangasana. Feel the nice stretch on your abdomen, compression on your back, spine. Always stretch your toes. Inhale to Parvatasana. Inhale, exhale to Shashankasana. Inhale, bring your right foot forward. ViswaSanchalanasana. Make a nice arch and try to look up. Exhale to Padahastasana, both foot forwards. With each exhalation, see if you can reach more and more forward. Take your head to the knees. Inhale to Hastottanasana. Hands above your head. Lean back. And number 0, as you exhale, come to the 0 position and slightly lower your hands. We'll practice the third Surya Namaskara. Hands to the heart center. Namaskara Mudra. Deep inhale, lead and follow. Om Hum Suryaya Namaha.
Om Bhum Suryaya Namaha.
Number 1, hands above your head. Hastottanasana. As you inhale, as you exhale, bend forward, Padahastasana. Let's stay for a few breaths in this position. You can breathe normal here. Try to bend as much as possible. Just listen to your body. Exhale and then inhale. Take your right foot back. Ashwasanchalanasana. As you inhale, both foots back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Stay in this final position for a few breaths. Breathe normal and feel the nice stretch. Inhale, exhale, Shashankasana. Inhale, exhale, Ashtanga Namaskara. Inhale to Bhujangasana. Stay in this final posture for a few breaths. Breathe normal. Feel the nice stretch in your abdomen. It gives a very nice abdominal exercise. Inhale into Parvatasana. Exhale into Parvatasana. Stretch your feet. Try to push your heels to the floor. The end goal is we want our feet rested on the floor. Inhale, exhale, Shashankasana. Exhale into Parvatasana. Pada, Padhastasana. The next step. Inhale. Hasta Uttanasana. Stay there for a few breaths. And exhale. Come to the zero position. Bring your hands down. Try to relax in Sitila Tadasana. The next asana, we'll start with the asanas now. The next one is Dhanurasana, which is a sitting asana. Yesterday we practiced Bhujangasana. This time we practiced Bhujangasana as part of the Surya Namaskara. Just feel the changes, all the stimulations that Surya Namaskara and all its asanas created. The awareness should be internalized always. Now let's sit in, lie down on your abdomen. It's a Pranayama, Dhanurasana. If you have any abdominal surgeries done, cervical problems, you should avoid this asana. Relax in Makarasana for a few breaths. So Dhanurasana is very good for diabetes management. But if you have any abdominal surgeries done, cervical problems, you should avoid this asana. Now let's get into the sthiti. Legs together, hands above your head. Dhanurasana means it's a bow pose, bow and arrow asana actually. So it's as you inhale, take your hands next to your thighs and lift your legs, bend your knees and try to grab your ankles with your hands, both your hands. Do not grab your feet. As you inhale now, try to lift your head, your chest and your legs. If it's not possible, you can spread your legs so that it becomes easier. Stay in this final posture for a few breaths. See if you can raise as much as possible your thighs and your chest. And those who can do rocking in Dhanurasana, they can practice rocking to rock forward and backward. Just observe the demonstrator. If it is not clear how to do the rocking in Dhanurasana, Now you can slowly stop the practice. And as you exhale, release, bring your legs down, your chest down, your head down. Release your legs as you inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands forward. And then come to the Sthitila Sthiti. Bring your hands back. Try to relax in Makarasana. Dhanurasana, like I said, it's very good for diabetes management. It gives a nice overall toning to your body. Your spine becomes flexible. Try to relax. Feel the changes going through your body. Yoga is all about doing things with awareness. Without awareness, it's just an exercise. All right. Now we'll practice one last asana, which is a supine asana. Yesterday we practiced Naukasana. We'll practice it again today. Lie down on your back. Try to relax in Shavasana. Supine Asana. Supine Naukasana. It's a boat pose. If you have any, again, abdominal surgeries done, blood pressure, heart problems, hernia, you should avoid Naukasana. Now let's get into the Sthiti. We'll start. Hands next to the thighs, legs closer next to each other. And as you inhale, come to the Sthiti first. Hands above your head. As you inhale and as you exhale, bring your hands forward and simultaneously lift your legs to 45 degrees and hands parallel to the floor at a knee height, and try to breathe normal. When you start breathing normal, you'll not feel that much stress. It becomes much easier. Try that trick once. Just relax and let go everything. As you exhale, you can bring your legs down, take your hands back. As you inhale, and then as you exhale, bring your hands forward and try to relax in Shavasana. We'll practice Shavasana. Now, spread your legs slightly apart, hands slightly apart, palms facing to the ceiling. Head should be straight. Do not hold off anything. Just let go. Let your body weight transfer to the floor at various points, touching points. Do not move until you're said so. Try to relax. Let your breathing happen normal. Do not control your breathing initially. Just observe the abdominal changes up and down. Try to relax. Keep your awareness internalized. Gently close your eyes and make sure you're not moving, not holding off any part of your body. There should not be any stiffness. any anxiety. Completely try to relax. We'll practice few rounds of abdominal breathing. Slowly take your right hand, raise your right hand and put it on your abdomen. Now we'll synchronize our breathing with our abdominal movements. Just do a full, complete inhalation. Feel your abdomen is expanding, just like a mountain. And do a slow, conscious exhalation. Feel your abdomen sinking in. It's touching almost your spine. Let's practice few rounds of abdominal breathing. Inhale. Exhale. During abdominal breathing, we intake 5 to 6 times more air than normal breathing. With more and more oxygen, more and more intake of air, more and more oxygen flowing through our body. And as we exhale with slow and conscious effort, we are releasing all the toxicity, cleansing our body. So with each inhalation, we are energizing our body, and with each exhalation, we are relaxing each and every cell of our body. Just keep observing your abdominal movements. They are fully synchronized with your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Your body should be in a complete state of relaxation. Now let's chant 3 Omkaras to enhance our practice, our relaxation. Deep inhale. Second round. Third round. Experience the calmness. Feel the vibrations, the resonance, Omkara generated in all 3 parts of your body, your lower body, your middle body, your head region. Your entire body should be in a complete state of relaxation now. Now slowly, we'll try to come out of Shavasana. Bring your right hand down to the floor. Slowly, steadily. Try to wiggle your fingers. Bring your legs closer to each other. And try to roll your body on one side. Now stay in this position for a few breaths. Observe the changes in your head region, the relaxation it provides. Now slowly, with the help of your other hand, try to get up and sit in a comfortable position. Keep your eyes closed. Feel the changes in your head region, in your entire body. Your entire body should be in a completely state of relaxation. We'll move ahead with the pranayama next. But before pranayama, let's take a water break. Drink 1 glass of water. Always before practicing pranayama. Always try to remember it's preferred to practice pranayama empty stomach. It helps with breathing. Inhale, exhale through your nostrils, and always practice abdominal breathing. Do not use your chest. Yesterday, we practiced new method of pranayama. Revered Guruji has given us modified pranayama, where in round 1, we practice 3 steps. We'll try to recollect them. In the first step, we inhaled through the first nostril, which is right nostril for the males and left nostril for the females. We inhale through the first nostril for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, then exhale through the second nostril for 5 seconds and hold for 5 seconds. So we practice that 3 times in step number 1. In step number 2, we practice the inhalation from the second nostril, then hold exhalation from the first nostril. Hold. That was the step number 2. We practiced that for 3 times. And step number 3 was inhalation to the both the nostrils, hold, and exhalation through both nostrils, and then hold. We practiced that also 3 times. So let's start. We'll start with pranayama. Sit in a comfortable position, Sukhasana, Vajrasana, or Padmasana, whatever is comfortable to sit in for a longer duration. Your spine, neck, and head should be straight, stretched. Do not hold of anything. Just try to be in a relaxed state. Breathe normal. Practice full yogic breathing through abdomen, through chest, through shoulders. Few rounds. So we'll practice today again the round number 1, which is basically 5 seconds hold period. So 5 seconds inhalation, 5 seconds hold, 5 seconds exhalation, and 5 seconds hold. So let's start. Make an Asika Mudra, Pranayama Mudra. Take your hand. I'm going to count, and then we'll practice first round. First step. First 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now slowly bring your hand down. That was our first step. We are repeating yesterday's steps so that we all remember it, since it's a new method. So in the second step of round 1, we inhale through second nostril, hold, exhale through first nostril, hold. We practice that for 3 times. Now bring your hand to the Nasika Mudra. Second in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3. Second in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. First out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly, you can bring your hand down. Let's try to recollect the third step. Third step is inhaling through both the nostrils and exhaling through both the nostrils. So we inhale through both the nostrils for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, exhale through both the nostrils for 5 seconds, and hold for 5 seconds. Let's practice step number 3, Nasika Mudra. Bring your hand up. Both in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly lower your hand and try to relax for the time that we spent in round 1. For round 2, I will start the clock and will practice without stopping all 3 steps in round 2. The difference in round 2 is we start with the step number 1, which is inhaling through the second nostril, hold, exhaling through the first nostril. In step number 2, inhaling through the first nostril, hold, exhaling through the second nostril. We'll practice that for 3 times, and third round is same as before, which is inhaling through both the nostrils, hold, exhaling through both the nostrils, hold. So the difference between round 1 and round 2 is the first 2 steps are swapped. We start with inhalation from second nostril, exhalation through first nostril, and in step 2, inhalation from first nostril and exhalation through second nostril. So pranayama, as we all know, is prerequisite for meditation. It helps improve our concentration, our memory, and as we inhale more and more oxygen, which acts as a vital to our body. Now let's practice the second round. Make a Nasika Mudra. I will start the tick tick sound, and you practice all 3 steps without stopping. Start. The main aim of pranayama is reducing the speed of thoughts, enhancement of concentration. Due to availability of abundant oxygen, oxygenated blood flow happens. More oxygen is available in our circulatory system, reaching each and every cell of our body. with more oxygen circulating in the blood. There is an improvement to our hemoglobin, and our immune system gets upgraded. The modified pranayama, it's recommended to practice all 3 units or practice at least 1 unit, but never practice 2 units. Every round, there are 3 steps. We practice 3 times each step with 5 seconds of inhalation, hold, exhalation, hold. It takes approximately 3 minutes. Once you are done, you can lower your hand and try to relax for the time we spent, which is equal to 3 minutes. Try to relax. Observe the calmness to the entire body, to your mind. Observe your heart rate, observe your blood flow, and try to recollect all the benefits of pranayama. In round 3, we will practice again 3 steps, but all 3 steps are similar. Breathe in through both the nostrils, hold, breathe out through both the nostrils. So remember, we need to practice either 1 unit or 3 units. Right, let's practice the 3rd unit, which is inhale through both the nostrils, hold, exhale through both the nostrils. Practice for 9 times. I'm going to start the tick-tock sound. Nasika mudra, pranayama mudra. Let's start. The major benefit of pranayama is reduction in speed of thoughts. This benefit is due to the lowest breathing that takes place during pranayama. This benefit directly helps the practitioner to get concentration required in meditation as first step. During each state, the chain of thoughts gets continued and reduced with speed. In future, right now we are practicing 5-5-5-5 cycle, which is 5 inhale, 5 exhale, hold, 5 exhale, and 5 hold. In future, it is to be modified to 5-10, 5-10, or 5-15, 5-15. So it should gradually increase with our more practice. Just for beginners, we are practicing 5-5, but we should switch over to higher holding rates. Once you are done, you can slowly lower your hand and try to relax. I will stop the clock. Try to relax. Keep your awareness internalized. Do not think of anything. We will continue with this same state of calmness, controlled breathing, and we'll continue into our meditation. The first step in meditation is concentration. Gently open your eyes and look at Guruji's photograph. Your initial focus should be on the entire photo, the outer frame, and gradually you'll shift your focus to Guruji's picture and then onto his forehead with recitation of Moola Mantra that's happening in your mind. Just keep focusing on Guruji's photograph. We'll chant the Moola Mantra. There are 6 words in the Moola Mantra, and with each inhalation, exhalation, we chant 1 word. And as you keep focusing on the picture, concentrating, keep chanting the Moola Mantra. Inhale. Om. Exhale. Ma. Inhale. ViswaSphoorthi. Exhale. Chakki Chalan. Inhale. ViswaSphoorthi. Exhale. Gurave Namaha. Just synchronize your breathing, the Moola Mantra, and breathing together. I'm going to chant a couple more times. Viswarupe Shaktirupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Viswarupe Shaktirupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Keep your Moola Mantra chanting going in a silent mode. Just silently chat as you concentrate, as you contemplate. You may gently close your eyes. Capture the Guruji's photograph in your memory and contemplate. Continue the meditation state while chanting the Moola Mantra. There is a constant inflow of divine energy that's happening. The energy is flowing through the Brahma Arandram, energizing our entire body. Let's continue in this state for one more minute. Keep chanting Moola Mantra. It's preferred to chant in the multiples of 9 times. It's preferred to chant up to 808 times. Just feel the calmness in your body, in your mind. Feel and experience the divine energy that's flowing through our body, that we are receiving as part of this sadhana. Now with this, we'll conclude today's Asana Pranayama Dhyana session by thanking Sri Guruji with the closing shloka. Bring your hands to the heart center, Namaskara Mudra. Let's chant one Guru Shloka, lead and follow. Deep inhale. Gurumurtim smare nityam Guru सदा जपे
गुरुर्नाम सदा जपे
गुरुराज्ञा प्रकुर्वीत
गुरुराज्ञा प्रकुर्वीत
गुरुरन्यं न भावये
गुरुरन्यं न भावये।
ओम शांति शांति शांति।
ओम शांति शांति शांति।
Gently lower your hands and open your eyes. Let's all be thankful to Sri Guruji for giving us this opportunity, and we'll continue with the next program agenda. Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum.
Thank you, Sri Pravin Garu, Mrs. ViswaSphoorthi Garu, and Panigrahi Garu for practicing the Prasthana Sadhana. We shall now continue with our next activity. Let us all listen to our Sri Guruji's divine discourse on the topic meaningful life from our past discourses. Sphoorthi Oum.
మానవత్వమే మతంగా జరుగుతున్నటువంటి ఈ మహాయజ్ఞంలో మిమ్మల్ని పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయమని పలుమార్లు చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఇక్కడ కూడా కొంత కన్ఫ్యూషన్కి గురయ్యారు. మానవత్వమే మతం ఏమిటి అసలు? నేను అందుకే చెప్తున్నాను, సృష్టిలో ఈ ప్రకృతిలో జీవ పరిణామం తుది ఏదైతే టర్మినేషన్ పాయింట్ మనం అనుకుంటున్నామో, ఈ మనిషిలో ఈ మానవత అన్నటువంటిది ప్రధానంగా మనకు కనిపిస్తుంది. మరి ఈ మానవత్వం ఉంది అని అంటే మరి సమాజం ఎందుకు ఎలా ఉంది అనేటువంటి ప్రశ్న వస్తుందేమో. ఉంది మానవత్వం, అయితే ఎంతో లోతు పొరల్లో కమ్మిపోయింది మనిషి అజ్ఞానం వల్ల. ఈ అజ్ఞానం మనం ఒకసారి తుడిచాము అని అనుకుందాం, ఖచ్చితంగా మానవత్వం బయటకు కనిపిస్తుందా? మరి ఎక్కడో లోతుల్లో ఉన్నాం, కనిపించట్లేదు. కొంచెం ఎత్తెక్కాం, ఇంకొంత కనిపిస్తుంది, ఇంకొంత ఎత్తెక్కాం, ఇంకొంత కనిపిస్తుంది. ఈ అజ్ఞానపు పొరలు, మూఢనమ్మకాలు, మూఢ భావాలు, ఛాందసమైనటువంటి భావాలు, ఇవన్నీ ఆది మానవుడి దగ్గర నుంచి మనకి ఈ దాకా ఈ కేటగిరీ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ పాస్ ఆన్ అవుతూనే ఉన్నారు. దీనికి అడ్డుకట్ట ఎక్కడో ఒక చోట వేయాలి. అలా మంత్రశక్తితో అడ్డుకట్టు మనం వేయొచ్చా అంటే కాదు, తెలియచేయడం, వాళ్ళకి జ్ఞానాన్ని బోధించడం. ఈ అజ్ఞానాన్ని తొలగించామనుకోండి, ఆటోమేటిక్గా జ్ఞానం అన్నది బయటకు కనిపిస్తుంది. అప్పుడు వాళ్ళు కూడా జ్ఞానులుగా ఇది జరుగుతున్నది. ఇది ఇప్పటికీ కూడా ఈ రోజుకు కూడా ఎక్కడో భగవంతుడు కూర్చొని ఉన్నాడు, అక్కడి నుంచి సృష్టిస్తూ ఉన్నాడు. ఇవేదో చలనచిత్రాల్లో మీరు చూసినటువంటి ఆ చిత్రాలను ఊహించుకుంటూ జరుగుతూనే ఉంది. ఈ సృష్టినంతా కూడా ఎవ్వరూ సృష్టించలేదు అని నేను పలుమార్లు చెప్పాను, దానికి రుజువులు కూడా చూపించాను. అయితే ఇదంతా ఎట్లా వచ్చింది అంటే, యాజ్ ఎ సైంటిఫిక్ సెయింట్, సైన్స్ పరంగానే నేను చెప్పాను. అన్నిటికీ సర్వాధారమైనటువంటి మూలం, ఆ మూలం నుంచి వెలువడుతున్నటువంటి విశ్వశక్తి అంతర్గతంగా రిలేటివిటీ ఆధారం చేసుకొని పదార్థంగా మార్పు చెందుతూ ఉంది, ట్రాన్స్ఫ్యూజన్ అవుతూ ఉంది, అక్కడ ట్రాన్స్మ్యుటేషన్కు గురి అవుతుంది. ట్రాన్స్మార్ఫిజం ద్వారా పదార్థంగా మారి విశ్వ పదార్థం బ్రహ్మ పదార్థంగా మారి అక్కడి నుంచి జీవ పదార్థం వరకు రావడం. జీవ పదార్థానికి మనకందరికీ తెలిసిందే, అక్కడి నుంచి ఏకకణ జీవి దగ్గర నుంచి ఈ పరిణామ వ్యవస్థ ఇలా రావడం. ఇది కూడా కళ్ళు కట్టినట్టు మనకు కనిపిస్తుంది కదండి. ఇంకా భ్రమలు ఎక్కడున్నాయి, మరి ఊహలు ఎక్కడున్నాయి? ఊహల్లో విహరించాల్సినటువంటి అవసరం లేదు. ఇది కూడా ప్రాక్టికల్గా కనిపిస్తుంది. ఎవ్వరో ఎక్కడో కూర్చొని ఈ సృష్టిని అంతటినీ సృష్టిస్తున్నారు అంటే అది మరి వాస్తవమా కాదా ఇప్పుడు మీ మనసుకే అర్థమై ఉండాలి. పోనీ ఆ సృష్టించే వ్యక్తి ఎక్కడున్నారు? మరి ఇక్కడ కాదా? మరి దీనికి అవుటర్ లేయర్లో ఇంకేమన్నా ఉందా? అలా ప్రశ్నించుకున్నప్పుడు ఆ సృష్టించేటువంటి వ్యక్తి మరి ఎక్కడ కూర్చున్నారో, ఇది ఎక్కడి నుంచి సృష్టిస్తున్నారో అన్నది తెలిస్తే కొంత మనకు అవగాహన అన్నది ఏర్పడుతుంది. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా గతం నుంచి వస్తున్నటువంటి మూఢనమ్మకాలు. ఇలాగే జీవితం గడిపేస్తూ వెళ్ళామనుకోండి, ఇక సాధారణమైనటువంటి సమస్యలకే ఈరోజు మనిషి తట్టుకోలేనటువంటి పరిస్థితి కనిపిస్తుంది. ఎందుకంటే అతనికి ఒక సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ అన్నది లేదు, తన మీద తనకు నమ్మకం లేదు, తనేమిటో తనకు తెలియదు, ఎటొచ్చాడో తెలియదు, ఏం చేస్తున్నాడో తెలియదు, ఎటు వెళ్ళిపోతున్నాడో కూడా తెలియట్లేదు, ఏం చేస్తున్నాడో అర్థం కావట్లేదు. ఏదో సర్వసాధారణంగా సంసార బాధ్యతలు అంటాడు, బరువులు అంటాడు, ఇవన్నీ తట్టుకోలేనటువంటి పరిస్థితులు అంటాడు, ఒత్తిడికి గురైనానంటాడు, నాకు ఈ జీవితం వద్దు అంటాడు. ఏమిటి, ఏమైనా అర్థం పర్థం లేని వ్యవహారమే కదండి ఇదంతా కూడా. అందుకని మనమేంటో ముందు మనకు తెలిస్తే, మనలో ఉన్నటువంటి శక్తి ఏమిటో మనకు తెలిస్తే దేన్నైనా సాధించవచ్చు అని ప్రాక్టికల్గానే నేను చూపిస్తూ ఉన్నాను. ఇప్పుడు ఈ మీడియం విధానం అన్నది మనిషిగా ఈ భూమి మీద మీతో సమకాలీనంగా ఉంటూ విశ్వమాత స్థావరానికి వెళ్ళి మళ్ళీ పదే పదే కిందకి మీదకి వస్తూ, ఏ విమానయానం ఎలాగో గాలిలోకి వెళ్ళి మళ్ళీ రన్వేకి వచ్చి మళ్ళీ గాలిలోకి వెళ్ళి అవసరమైతే మళ్ళీ రన్వే మీదకి ఎలా వస్తుందో అలాగా ఇన్ని డైమెన్షన్స్ దాటుకొని ఈ విధంగా రావటం అన్నది ఈ సమకాలీనంలో ఇప్పుడు జరుగుతున్నదే. అంటే ఇంతకన్నా మీకు మరింత రుజువు ఇంకేం కావాలి? ఎక్కడా ఉండదు కూడా, ఏ యుగంలో జరగలేదు, అవకాశం లేదు. సో ఇప్పుడు జరుగుతుంది, ప్రాక్టికల్గా ఉంది, కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంది, అన్నీ జరుగుతున్నాయి. మరి మనిషిలో మార్పు మొదలు ఎక్కడి నుంచి కావాలి అంటే మనసు నుంచి మాత్రమే కావాలి. ఈ మనసునే సక్రమమైనటువంటి సరైన పద్ధతిలో దాన్ని సంస్కరించబడితే, ఒక రకంగా చెప్పాలి అంటే దాన్ని కల్చర్ చేస్తే అదే చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. అంతరాత్మగా, ఆత్మగా, దివ్యాత్మగా, విశ్వాత్మ వరకు వెళ్ళి తన జీవిత కాలంలోనే తాను బ్రతుకున్నప్పుడే ఈ ఆనందానుభూతులను అన్నీ పొందగలుగుతాడు. అప్పుడు కూడా దేంతో పొందుతాడు? మనసుతోనే. ఈ మనసు పూర్తిగా అదృశ్యమైంది అని అనుకోండి, అతనికి ఎలా తెలుస్తుంది ఆనందం అన్నది? అవకాశం లేదు. అంతటి పవిత్రమైనటువంటి ఈ కార్యం, రా మెటీరియల్ మీ దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి మనసులో ఉన్నది. అందుకే నేను గతంలో కూడా చెప్తూ ఉంటాను, మీలో దాగి ఉన్నటువంటి మానవత్వం ఏదైతే ఉందో దాన్ని బయటకు తీయండి. ఎలా తీయటం? మంచి చూడండి, మంచిని గ్రహించండి, మంచిని అనాలిసిస్ చేయండి, మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. విచక్షణతో కూడుకున్నటువంటి అనాలిసిస్ ఎప్పుడైతే జరుగుతుందో ప్రతి కార్యానికి, తర్వాత తప్పిదాలు జరగడానికి అవకాశాలు చాలా తక్కువ ఉంటాయి. ఇవన్నీ వదిలిపెట్టేసి ఎంతసేపు జీవితం అక్కడే తిరుగుతున్నారు. భార్య, భర్త, పిల్లలు, ఈ సమస్యలు, ఇక్కడే సుడిగుండంలో చిక్కుకున్నామంటున్నారు, అక్కడే తిరుగుతున్నారు. మిగిలిన బాహ్యంగా ఎంతో ఉంది. మీరు ఎంత శక్తిపరులో, మీలో దాగి ఉన్న శక్తి ఏంటి, మీరు ఏం చేయొచ్చు, జీవితకాలంలో ఎలా మీరు నడిపించవచ్చు, ఇవన్నీ పక్కకు పెట్టేసి కేవలం ఈ 4 గోడల మధ్యనే తిరుగుతూ ఉన్నారు. మరి మనిషిగా వచ్చిన తర్వాత జన్మ సార్థకత కోసం అని ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి భావాలు, ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి లక్షణాలు కలిగినటువంటి వ్యక్తిగా మనం జీవించాలి సమాజంలో, ఈ సంఘంలో అని అంటే ఎంతవరకు సంసార బాధ్యతలతో అక్కడే నలిగిపోతూ ఉండటం అన్నది భావ్యమా? ఒకసారి ఆలోచించండి. సంసార బాధ్యతలు ఉండవలసిందే, వాటిని మనం రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ఫీల్ అవ్వాలి. అంతేకాని అదే జీవితం కాదు, ఇంకా ఉంది, తెలుసుకోవాలి. ఇప్పుడు జ్ఞానాన్ని మనం తెలుసుకుంటే అది అజ్ఞానాన్ని ఆటోమేటిక్గా తొలగిస్తుంది. ఇవన్నీ చెప్పడానికి మంచి గురువు కావాలి, పూర్ణ గురువు కావాలి. నేను ఎప్పుడు నా దగ్గరకే రండి, ఈ జ్ఞానాన్ని ఇస్తాను అని నేను ఎప్పుడు చెప్పలేదు. ఎక్కడైనా పూర్ణ గురువు ఉంటే అక్కడికి వెళ్ళండి, మీరు జ్ఞానాన్ని పొందండి, మీ జీవితాలని చక్కబెట్టుకోండి. వచ్చినందుకు సార్థకత, మీ జీవితానికి కావలసినటువంటి సార్థకత ఇవ్వండి. నెక్స్ట్ జనరేషన్ ఏదైతే ఉన్నదో ఆ మంచి సీడ్స్ను మీరు సమాజానికి అందించండి.
Sphoorthi Oum. Till now, we have listened to the divine discourse provided by Sri Guruji on the occasion of Ugadi 2016 from Balaji Medium Garu. Guruji is conveying message to us on different factors, how our life should be a meaningful after taking the birth on the earth. Why we are ignoring, why we are living in the ignorance, leaving the knowledge aside. Guruji says to ignite the humanity in everyone from the human life. Guruji is saying to practice Prasthana Sadhana or Prasthana Dhyana to enlighten the humanity which is at micro level in each and every human, and bring that humanity or enlighten the humanity the step by step with the ascension of mind. Guruji here also explains how the human species is formed. Guruji has given a scientific proof to that. However, why we still living with the beliefs of superstitious things in our life? Leaving the knowledge aside, going with the ignorance, and believing that our mind is controlled by somewhere, that our life is completely controlled by someone living somewhere aside. Guruji here says, mind is the root for anything we spend in our life between the birth and the death. We have to culture the mind to spend a meaningful life. How this can be done? So Guruji also has given a solution to practice the Prasthana Dhyana and ascend our mind step by step from sensory mind to the spiritual consciousness. We in our daily activity mostly spend our time with our personal life. Let us all break that boundaries and overcome and try to ascend our mind practicing the Prasthana Sadhana provided or bestowed by our Sri Guruji. Now, we shall now go to the next activity. Before going to the next activity, we request all the members who participated in online to provide your attendance to the respective volunteers, which helps them to get information of all your attendance. Moving to the next activity. Now we shall invite Sri Madhu Garu, who is a ERP functional consultant at First Brands Group from St. Louis, Missouri. We can listen to the oration on the topic life change. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum, my humble salutations to the Universal Divine Master, the Scientific Saint, His Holiness, Sri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi. Today I would like to express my understanding on life change. So, what is life? We have the birth, we have the death, and between this life, between this whatever it is happening, we can say it as a life between the birth and between the death. And these we will go into different phases, and we will interact with different our fellow humans. It could be family, it could be your office, it could be your neighborhood, it could be your social associations or institutions whom you are getting to involved. During this journey, of course, everyone has their own life and their own difficulties, struggles, and they will try to overcome all the situations. It could be daily, or it could be some incidental or situational based, or it could be maybe depends on the seasonal or the through your aging factor. So when you go into different stages like unhappiness, sadness, and hopeless, eventually it involves into the depression, right? So when you go these situations, what we think about, we wanted to get resolved, right? So in those cases, certainly we will have the suggestions on what actions we have taken, because elders or some known persons or eminent persons, they will suggest what actions we did. Those actions leading all these whatever we are going through those difficult phase. And some people say it's a thought, that it's a decision process. Whatever decisions we have taken to get into the situation, those are the decision factors, right? So it could be happy decisions, or it could be unhappy decisions that eventually consequently will leads into, right? And some people say it's our thought process. Wherever you are inclined into that area, it could be a philosophy, it could be religion, it could be science, it could be intellectual, or other social kind of whatever we have. So the thought process, wherever you are inclined, then your thought process will go into that one only. Based on that, you will take the decisions as well, and certainly the actions as well. But some people also say it's our body, mind, and self should also involve. Of course, I'm not saying body, mind, and soul. This is the general phenomena what we know, but the soul is a different understanding. We should know about it, but because we are not aware about it, right? So, but we know ourself. Body, mind, and self, they should be interested, involved, and have the passion towards our whatever we are doing. Then of course, when we are interested or more workaholic or more into worship kind of thought process and feelings when we have, certainly it will leads into the thought and the other factors as well. So in all these situations, we wanted to get resolved, and we certainly what we think about it, life is not in our control. My life is not in our control. What is that life? Whom we are controlling it? Are we controlling others' life? Are we controlling others? No, it's not intended way, right? So the way how I am, the way same thing others also think. They wanted to have their control in their life. So the same way, what is this life change or control? All these, whatever I said, the actions and the thought process, our decisions, our feelings, everything are driven by the mind, or it is being happened in the mind. So that is why when we say life is not in our control, that means the mind is not in our control, but all these taken by the process, whatever it is happening in the mind or by the mind. However, the self is regretted about the whatever things happen. That is why we want, when we take the control over this mind by the self, then we will have the control over our life. And that stage when we will come when we process this Prasthana Sadhana bestowed by Sri Guruji to us. Through this Prasthana Sadhana, we can bring our mind into self-control. That way, whatever the actions, whatever the decisions, whatever the thought process, whatever the body, mind, self are involved, whatever the intended way we want it, in a non-regret way. It's a constant consciousness, whatever we make all these things, right? So it would be always constant consciousness about about taking the control over the mind by self. So in this materialistic life, when we have the life in control, that means when we have the control over the mind by self, then certainly that life leads into a wonderful thing. So, however, when I say in the materialistic life, it happens that when we take the control over the mind, that means taking control over the life, there is another way of spirituality or divinity. So Guruji says not about only materialistic life, the actual life with the understanding or experience of both spirituality and materialistic, that comes in another state. That is, after we completed meditation, after we complete Dhyana, then the next state, when we process further into the other step, right, the spiritualized mind, the sensorial mind first should evolve into the mind of moral sanctity, then intuition mind, then spiritualized mind. So when we have the spiritualized mind processed, that is the where, with the combination of spirituality or divinity and materialistic life, with this combination we will have experience of both divinity and the materialistic, and there the spiritualized mind will bring the life change, considering both sides of the coin. And that process happens by Prasthana Sadhana. When we regularly practice this Prasthana Sadhana, our sensorial mind will evolve into different stages, and that way control over the materialistic life, and also at the spiritualized mind state, we will have the combination of divinity and materialistic life. With that, we will the complete life change or transmutation of life will happen. That's all from my side for today, and thanks for giving this opportunity by Sphoorthi Kutumba members and by Sri Guruji. With that, I would like to conclude my topic today. Once again, my humble salutations to the Universal Divine Master, the Scientific Saint, His Holiness Shri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi, Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum. Thank you, Madhu Garu, for providing the valuable information on life change. Yes, we all go through different emotions at different situations of our life, whether it is personal, professional, health, or economical, where we get into the regret for our decisions. To overcome from that regret decisions, regret feeling from the decisions whatever we have taken before, Guruji has given a solution. Here we can observe a wonderfulness of or greatness of Sri Guruji. You take any problem, any hurdle, for any kind of situations you take, Guruji has provided a single solution for any kind of problem. That is Prasthana Dhyana. If we practice Prasthana Sadhana and if we ascend our sensory mind to the spiritual mind, where we combine both together and reach to the state where whatever the decisions we make at that point of stage there won't be a regret feeling after any decision you make after reaching to that particular state. Let us all contemplate on this and try to put the practice of Prasthana Sadhana in our daily life without missing any day. Now we shall move on to the next activity with a quotation by Sri Narasimha Garu, who is an architect working for Virtusa from Cary, North Carolina. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. With the divine blessings of Sri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi, salutations to his salutations to his lotus feet. Today I am going to explain one of the quotation which Guruji has given to the. The quotation is, "Devote to the divinity, promote the self into soul. Love is the thing. Humanity is the practical factor which turns into divinity." The Guru Garu says the humanity is the basic thing which can be turned into a practical factor and which can be turned into the divinity. So Guru Garu says humanity is the practical factor which may turn into the divinity. So that means humanity may turn into the divinity. Before discussing this, we turn into the divinity. What is humanity? Guru Garu has given a great definition to the humanity. That is the simple and the feeling of helping human is the beginning of same, which will transcend compassionate and later to the divine. The humanity is nothing but if we have a tendency, if we have a feel to help others. Others means other human. That is nothing but in humanity. So, how do you get that feel? Your mind has to tell if someone is in a problem, your fellow human or your fellow member is in a problem. How do you get that feeling? Sometimes you may think that why do I need to help him? He can take care of his problem. Sometimes you may feel that, oh, he's in a problem, let me go and help him. How do you get such kind of a mindset? To get such kind of a mindset, Guru Garu has given you one tool called Prasthana Sadhana. We call that as a process and the practice of ascension. In this process and practice, if you practice this process of the Prasthana Sadhana, you will definitely get a right mindset and positive mindset, and you will get a feelings to help others. It will be helpful for you to get a thought to help to the other human. That means to improve your humanity. If you don't have any humanity, I mean, you can improve your humanity with the Prasthana Sadhana. What happens if you improve your humanity? Guru Garu says that the humanity is the basic instinct in the human. Without that, we don't need to think, or we don't need to say ourselves we are human. For every human has to have any humanity. And Guru Garu says that is very less in the current society nowadays. That has to be improved with a tool called Prasthana Sadhana. And also, once you get the good humanity, once you have the humanity, you will change your behavior. So you will change the behavior such a way that once you get a good humanity, if you have a humanity, you yourself get benefited. Later, your family get benefited. Later, your community get benefited. Later, your district will get benefited. Like that, everyone will be getting benefited. Sphoorthi Oum, thank you.
Sphoorthi Oum. Thank you, Sri Narasimha Garu, for explaining the quotation. Now we shall move on to the next activity. We shall now invite Sri Panigrahi Garu, who is working at IBM as a tech lead. We shall listen to the experience from Atlanta, Georgia, Guru Peetam Center, Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum, my humble salutations to the divine lotus feet of the scientific saint, His Holiness Shri Guru ViswaSphoorthi, for gracing me with this opportunity to share my experience with the Divine Holy Master on the occasion of Magha Poornima, and Sphoorthi Oum to all Sphoorthi family members. My name is Panigrahi. I currently live in Atlanta, and my acquaintance with Sri Guruji took place in 2017. And since then, I have many experience with the divine energy of Sri Guruji, just like our fellow Sphoorthi Kutumbam members. Experiences in terms of career, financial, personal, family, and spiritual. Today I would like to share my latest experience with all of you. And my family stay back in India. My wife recently went to Vizag as his father is undergoing a surgery, and the surgery is to remove the excess flesh at the kidneys, as it is impacting the kidney functionality. And the surgery was successful, and he was discharged from the hospital in 2 days. And he is under the path of recovery. And during that period, my wife, along with her brother and sister, went for a walk in the evening. And they went for around 4 kilometers away from the house, and they were in a path where they can't even find autos to come back if required. And after reaching a place which is 4 kilometers away from the house, they got a call from the home that the health of her father, my wife's father, is in a serious situation. He is unable to take breath, and he's struggling to take breath, and the situation is very serious. They receive a call, and they were in a position wherein they can't reach home immediately. They can't even find autos there. And considering the situation, immediately Shri Guruji come into mind of my wife, and she started reciting Shri Guruji blessed Divya Moola Mantra, and she started a brisk walking. Even a brisk walking will make them reach to the house in minimum of 20 to 30 minutes. And when she started reciting Moola Mantra, the Divine Master comes into picture, and all of a sudden situations were getting changed. Her brother, who is next to her, started running, and he started running, and after a while he find a vehicle. He requested for a lift, and he requested that person to drop him at the house, explaining him the situation. And that guy helped and dropped him at the house, and immediately he rushed to hospital by taking his father. And within no time, the hospital staff supported and kept him in the ventilation. And considering the situation, doctors were said that even a minute delay, the life would have been in risk. Even we know the people who experienced it even knew that, and this is all happened with the divine grace. And in the process of recovery, and he was kept in ventilation ICU for 24 hours. And my wife continuously reciting Shri Guruji's divine Moola Mantra, and after 24 hours, even he is still in ICU, my wife sent a message to Shri Guruji, and to our surprise, Shri Guruji's reply to the message is, the patient is saying right to shift the hospital, and patient is asking or requesting to shift to a hospital where he underwent the surgery. Listen to him and change the hospital, is what the divine message is. If you contemplate on the message that we receive, all the family members of my wife were shell-shocked. We are aware of Shri Guruji, and his divine presence will be with us if we recite divine Moola Mantra. And Shri Guruji, in those 24 hours of ventilation, for 5 minutes, doctors given an opportunity for us, for my wife and her family, for a visit. And in those 5 minutes, my wife went inside, and her father told her in those 5 minutes that the doctors saved my life, but the treatment that they are giving now is not relevant, and they are not able to understand the situation that I am underwent to a recent surgery. So her father requested her to shift to the hospital where he underwent the surgery. And that conversation happened between my wife and her father in the ICU. And Sri Guruji, in his response, if you could notice, he's mentioning that discussion that my wife had with her father. That just suggests the divine presence of Sri Guruji. If we recite Divya Moola Mantra, he will be with us. This is just an experience, and I would like to share this with the new Sphoorthi Kutumbam members that will help them to understand the divine energy of Sri Guruji. Sphoorthi Oum. I'd like to thank once again the scientific saint, His Holiness Shri Guru ViswaSphoorthi, on behalf of my family, for protecting us. I would like to offer my humble salutations once again, and Magha Poornima wishes to all the Sphoorthi Kutumbam members. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum. Thank you, Sri Panigrahi Garu, for sharing the valuable experience. From the experience shared by Panigrahi Garu, each one can contemplate on this experience. How Guruji knows what patient is thinking or going through. Before patient saying what he thinks in the mind to others, how Guruji got to know that what the feeling or the process the patient is going through. And the same thing, whatever Guruji has quoted, the words are stated by the patient. New devotees, whoever is attending the session, it is a good opportunity to contemplate how Guruji got to know the feeling of the patient, where there was no discussion happened between Sri Guruji and the patient. Why? Because at that situation, the patient is in hospital, Guruji is staying somewhere, and there is no chance of a patient talking to the Guruji. And the message passed to the Guruji was the situation or the condition of the patient going on, or the health issues, whatever the health issues the patient is facing, that was passed as a message to Sri Guruji to provide the divine guidance. But surprisingly, Guruji read the mind of the patient and provided the suggestion to follow as per the patient's decision. This is the very greatness of our beloved Sri Guruji. Moving on to the next activity. Members, whoever connected in the online session, if you have not shared your attendance details to the volunteers, I request please share your attendance before end of the program. Let us conclude today's program by thanking Sri Guruji for gracing this wonderful opportunity for all of us and successfully completing the day 2 of Prasthana Sadhana on the occasion of Magha Poornima. We shall recite Sri Guruji bestowed Divya Moola Mantra for 9 times all together in a single tone. Namaskar Mudra. Oh. Shakti-rupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Om. Vishwarupe 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 Shakti-rupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Vishwarupe Shakti-rupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Om. Vishwarupe Shakti-rupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Om. Vishwarupe Shakti-rupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Om. Vishwarupe Shakti-rupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Sphoorthi Oum. Let us continue in this state for a couple of minutes. Try to seek the blessings of Sri Guruji. Try to feel that sensation, the energy showered on us by our beloved Sri Guruji. Sphoorthi Oum. By submitting our humble salutations to the divine lotus feet of the Universal Master, the scientific saint, His Holiness, Sri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi. Let us take a break for today and let's meet again tomorrow at 6:15 EST and 6:45 PM IST. Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum.